Do not go gentle to that good night. Do not go gentle to that good night. Do not. Old age burn and rave towards the day.
Bless me now with fear. Bless me now with bless me now with fear. Bless me now with bless me not.
Do not go gentle. Rage against the dying of my name, do not go gentle to that good night. Bless me now with the fierce tears I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night.
Oh, my mic's off. Rewind. Welcome to Jason's crazy, wrong technology failure of synthesizer world. No, welcome to the world of synth, to a very special birthday edition, as it's my birthday tomorrow, the 2nd of October, which I do share with Sting, Gandhi and Phil Oakey. But there we go. So good evening and welcome. Let's see who's in the bustling chat. Of course, we started the episode with a bit of disco Lynch. My favourite type of music. So let's have a look at the early starts. I saw Lee and Anna right at the beginning saying hi. Tom's there as well. Culture of Ghosts, welcome and thank you. Simon, how you doing? Great jam from Hardware Jam the other night. I still need to catch up. I got so engrossed in trying to get a couple of things done for tonight that I ran out of time, and then even when I'd finished, or when the stream had finished on Hardware Jams, I had run out of time, so I had to tidy the lounge. I'd completely ripped the lounge apart. You'll see why when we get to the jam later. Why? Anyway, we'll talk more about that after the jam. So where do we get to? Simon, Culture of Ghosts, Keith in Watford, hello sir. And Ismini is messaging me on WhatsApp. Hi, Ismini. If you're not watching this, you should be. Andy, good to see you. Yes, I am copying off you by doing some... You did that on Saturday, didn't you? I know I watched you later, but yeah, it was good fun. I enjoyed it. I do enjoy a bit of muted mic action. I think it's something that, you know, we all like. Harkening back to the days of COVID when everything was on a sort of video conference style. You're muted, or the opposite, where your mic was not muted and you needed it to be muted. In my work environment, we had a very, very... and if the... Right, I want to just say hi to the lurking gherkins, and I'm hoping that one of the lurking gherkins is someone I work with. And that person won't remember this because that person wasn't working. So, Diane, if you're listening, Jacob turned up with his at an all staff meeting, and of course he had his camera on, and he was in his pajamas eating a bowl of cereal, and unfortunately, it put the last person next to the head. It was a wonderful thing. So Jacob really did top any kind of I don't know, sort of, how do you say it? Sort of like etiquette. Any sort of like etiquette was thrown out the window, and I think that was it then. So, Richard, say I'm 5 days older than you. I'm 5 days older than you. There you go. Who else? Thomas Yon, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Cressy, welcome. Have I got to the end of the list of people? It's a day. What a day for people. I'm writing a musical. Schultzy, how you doing? What the heck? Yeah. Thank you. Nice. Okay. Anyway, Robert, Schultzy, Anna, Richard, Andy, Thomas, Tom. Doing it in an and Jason Maggs, who isn't here tonight, and I'd like to send his apologies for not being here. Just do it. He found the mute switch. I did find the mute switch. I did it. I'm doing it. I see. I'm getting into a routine of doing certain things. I need to learn how to use a Stream Deck, and that's my next purchase is a Stream Deck to enable me to have macros set up so that I've got certain things always exactly right. At the moment, I'm praying to God that hey, it's little me. A little me and a little me doesn't change, and I think I need to tweak him a little bit. So I need to get little me sorted, but there's also, also other things I want to put, like text overlays and things. You can't do that on the streamer I'm using. I don't have £1,200 for the new Rode one, although I might hit up Source Distribution, see if they'll send me one to play with, and maybe do a review of that. That might be quite a fun thing to do. And see if it is actually worth the £1,200. I mean, the A10 Mini Pro ISO is like £500. It's a lot of money, right? And it doesn't make sounds. So, but then, comparably speaking to a module, it's kind of there. It's in there, isn't it? Hello, Just Do It. Jim, how you doing? No. Azio Head, how you doing? I'm going to get there. Peter, thank you. Birthday Eve, indeed. And I think we've got... Mags is in the house! He is in here! Mags! I've missed you, you bastard! Yeah, the place isn't the same without you. I had a couple of moments where I thought, I just need to talk to someone. You weren't there. I should have just texted you. Hey, Code Electro. You need. I wanted to bring some vinyl in here. I'm going to link to some of your music because it's excellent, and everybody here in the chat needs to be buying your vinyl. It's superb. It's actually it's my. I buy at least one vinyl. I think last year I treated myself to 2 records of your fantastic music around my birthday. So it is time for my birthday treat. And I've ordered myself some stuff, and that hasn't arrived. This came though. I didn't order this, but we will open it live. And there's also, we'll do that as well. David Poole, hello there, and welcome to the stream. And any lurking gherkins, a big hug to you for sitting in the back, being a lurking gherkin. And someone on Instagram, how about that? So, it's what are we drinking? Let's do that. Let's go straight in. What are we drinking? I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to shock you. Can I shock you? I'm drinking. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm drinking tea. It's tea. Now, I don't often drink tea, and I went off it. Lord knows why. I grew up on tea. I'm northern. That's how you know, right? But I've got my taste for it back. Maybe it's because I went off dairy as well for a while, and now I'm back on dairy, but it's got to be organic. It hurts my throat. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird how some of the processes that we're being subjected to in our food and drink certainly has had an effect on me, a very physical, almost instant. If I drink tea with milk, I get a sore throat and cough. Like a smoker's cough. But this organic milk doesn't do it. So I switched anyway. I switched to milk substitute. But you can't milk a bean. You can't milk a nut. I even bought potato milk once. I mean, that's a thing. Oat milk, though, apparently you can make your own. That's something I may very well investigate. Oh, do you know what? Cressy, I want the medieval thing. I'm going to actually have to get one. I'm going to have to try and rummage through my contacts and plead, beg, borrow. Please send me one. Because I do love my sample boxes. It seems, I was thinking about it the other day, I do love my little boxes, but a lot of them just play back samples. I mean, the Poly-N tracker, the circuit tracks, circuit rhythm, I do love them. But then, there is room for medieval samples in life. So what are we drinking? Let's get back to that. So we got nothing. Richard, nothing. Ooh. We got 7-Up Lime Zero. Nice choice there, Robert. Pepsi Lime. Okay, another good choice there, Jason Maggs. There's a very limey, flavour in the stream. My voice of tea. Best drink of the day, David Poole. Yes, it is. It is the best. That's my best cup of tea of the day. It could be a little bit hot and a little bit stronger, but I had to rush to make it. I came home, cooked, did my chores, and suddenly it's like, I need to get something going with this. So I had less time with a lamb lunch. Yeah, a lamb lunch with going round Legoland Windsor with Sean Connery. Hello. I've got to take my glasses off because I can't read what Tom has said. Mit Oder Sense. Oh, I love caffeine in all forms. Jim, it is the basis of life. Nettle tea, Peter Coy, is one of my favourite teas. Have you collected the nettles yourself? That's something I want to do this year. And actually, nettles are really, don't pick the low ones because you never know dogs, right? But the fresh tips, there's a way to, delicious. I actually even saw someone, I don't know, the internet's like, isn't it? You start looking at, a review of a synth. You end up then going to an interview with a band, or then maybe a live performance, and then suddenly you're watching foraging videos. It's a slippery slope, I tell you. It's a slippery slope. So I was watching someone forage a thistle root Yeah, and so I know how to do that. Anyway, but he also talked about nettles, and nettles are really thoroughly good for you. Tom, you're speaking German. I don't know. Oats are hard to milk. Yes, very tiny. Neck oil again, Simon. Good man. Good. Yeah, I said good jam already, didn't I? I do need to catch up. Rattle cider pineapple. Torsden, well done. That sounds like a nice drink as well, doesn't it? Tea here, Yorkshire Jim. What are we doing? Good morning, Em. What are you drinking? Cup of tea, I hope. I got my Dr. 550 today. Are you drinking that? Schultzy, DR5, that was I want to say it was my first drum machine. It might have been. Wow, that's going back a bit. I did have a No, I had a DR500. And then I bought a DR550 later. I also had a DR110 up until very recently, which I paid £10 for. Sold it for 100 and odd, but I really wish I hadn't now. But there's no way of syncing it to anything. Much like my Dr. Avanalche. Dr. Avanalche. Of course, it was Dr. Avanalche. Anybody know who Dr. Avanalche is? Was? Oh, hello. Things are going to fall. That's something. It's a scratch card with £1 million on it. Dr. Avanalche. For those of you who don't know, this was the very first drum machine used by the Sisters of Mercy. And we talked briefly about industrial music, and I do want to do something industrial on one of these days. And I think it would be nice to maybe just sample this, do my own samples and put them into the circuit rhythm. I think that would be really good because it's got character, this thing, and they all sound different, right? I've even got another version, an AMEC version, which was a kit I think you could buy and make, which basically is the same circuitry, but it's a completely different shape. Oh, it's got a battery in there. No, don't get distracted. It won't work. It probably won't work because why is there a battery in it? And where's the off switch? There's no off switch, right? So that's going to be dead, isn't it? What a shame. That would be good. Anyway, so where were we drinking? The Sisters. Brilliant stuff. Dr. Avanalche. And of course, Dr. Avanalche ended up being a DMX, didn't it? An Oberheim DMX by, I think, This Corrosion. Floodland. I mean, okay, so it was an Ian Aldrich solo project that went back to being the Sisters. But, you've got that and you've got the Mission. I mean, how did they come from first and last and always? Anyway, Em and I, years ago, I did a cover of a Radiohead song in the style of Sisters of Mercy. And, yeah, fantastic fun that was, wasn't it, Em? We really just nailed it. And actually, Em is slice pack, by the way. Recognise these? It's me singing Neil Diamond at your gaff. After some sort of dodgy meal at Tesco's. Yes, yeah. Oh, and I've got a mini disc multi-track recorder. Yeah, that's coming out one of these sessions. Wayne Hussey is from Yate. Yeah. Just said that David Poole wished I'd kept it so many of the bits from the other day. We can quick discs, evil things. I had an X7000. Actually, there's a picture. I can't show it because I was going to get that ready as well. I had a little sort of collection of ideas that I just didn't have time to implement, and the weekend was really busy with, stuff and that. And I think the getting it up to speed to get to jamming in gym jams was about as much as I could do. I'm still under the weather. 2 weeks later. This is COVID, no doubt about it. So that is a shame. But yes. So anyway, mini discs. Yeah, quick disc mini. Oh yeah, sorry, David. Mini discs. Sorry, not quick discs. But quick discs are evil. So Birkin, thank you very much. Welcome back. Yeah, I think there's a lot of good drum machines there. that we've all had in our lives. Hello, Moz. Thank you. The things have come and gone, and I had a Korg. What's the one with the button? It just you can't. As I think I've said, I'm literally going to get this put in a t-shirt. You can't keep everything you've bought and still have room for more. That's a slogan. GetJervis. You can't keep everything you've had and have room for more. It's going to be that's a messy t-shirt, isn't it? But you can't. I've got a limited amount of space now. I could reimagine this life. This I've got space something here, and this is basically, I suppose, placeholders. Certain things have to have something in them because when I move them, it's a space. And I mean, this is a video studio, really, and I'm doing this to say, hey, look at me, I'm a YouTuber doing synthesizers. Look at all my synthesizers. But it is connected up. But generally, what I do happens here, and this is the most fun I have when I set up my studio. I was like, the hardware jam song is like, you clear your desk and you put your stuff down in exactly the order you want. You plug in your MIDI and your power and your signal, and off you go. But thank you, Symptoms of Reality. Anyway, yeah, enjoyed your tune too. So I'm still catching up with everybody's submission that I missed. But yeah, enjoying it. I sort of got halfway through and then ran out of time setting this up and also, doing some other bits and bobs. But yeah, so what do we do? The great thing about Modular for me is that it's a great, I've filled this now, haven't I, pretty much? I've got to make the ebb module, which I'll be doing this weekend because, hang on, what's this? It's a cat! It's Jackson! I called him, yeah, where were you? I called him and he's obviously taken ages to turn. Cats don't come when you want them, they come when they want. And, hello. Yeah, big beauty. There you go, let's get it onto the main cam. You all right there, buddy? You caught up in my headphones there. You all right? Do you want to come and look at it? It's just like literally Bagpuss, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah, he's very relaxed in the studio and he's very relaxed on camera. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. He is a Bond villain cat, aren't you, mate? You really are. He's huge, Robert. He's literally the hugest. And like last night, I don't normally let him in the house overnight, but last night I let him in and he demanded to sleep by my face. Now, I'm ever so slightly allergic to cats, which is why I've got them, right? Because they definitely... But he was literally sleeping nearly on my pillow. Oh, did you make a noise then? He's like purring. There you go. Right, we've got guests. We need to sort of be doing stuff. Yeah? Okay. Hey, Davy! So, exactly. So, funnily enough, I don't have any samples of Jackson. Oh, he's got some... He needs a good brush. Oh, but I did think that might be a good idea. The jam I used, Bond villain, exactly. Dilip for the kiffness, yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's a good waste of time, isn't it? Watching this video is brilliant. That's what did I watch that was just like really, really pointless? There's somebody bolting a neck from a guitar onto a pallet, putting a pickup on it, and then playing it. That was it. That was the video. And it's like, yeah, okay. It didn't sound particularly good. It didn't sound particularly bad. It was just it. It's like, well, that's good, but you needed to have done something different with it, or you could have made something, a smaller palette. But it was literally just the palette's huge, right? Palette's huge. It's like, there he is. It's like, that's a great waste of mine. I'm never going to have that time back. But there we go. Let me see. So we've all got something to drink. We've seen Jackson. We've had Jackson's 5, the Jackson 5. Get in your light. Get in your... Go on. That's there for you. Oh, okay. So I've lit the floor there because he normally sits there. So it's just, I don't know, attention to detail, should we say. So anyway, let's talk about synth events because I think, Peter, you mentioned earlier about gas. Let's have a little look. So getting into mushroom coffee recently. As in microdosing? Are we talking microdosing or are we just talking like powdered mushrooms? Oh. Yeah, so anyway, what are we saying? We're saying it's Synthfest this weekend. The best northern synth show, and I've been attending Synthfest. I think, did I go 2019? 2018, Gaz picked up a at Megatron, which is the Pete Fowler edition, which is beautiful. He picked that up for me and then went, why did I get that for you? Why didn't I get myself one? I don't know. Same kind of vibe. And I need to get that out and use that a bit more as well. And then the following year, I met my son, my eldest son, who lives in Manchester. I met him over there, and he became my crew, and we did some filming. And I thought, after the first Synthvest, correct, Synthvest. And unfortunately, there was issues with the audio; it just didn't work. So I lost all the footage. I went around interviewing people, as you do, But it was my first go of that on my own, I think, because I'd been earlier that year with Toman, representing Toman at Super Booth, which was my real first rude awakening into the world of where we are now, right? So Synthvest became somewhere that I love, and it has got a really nice, and I guess, I'm also a northern dog, so get anywhere close to Yorkshire, I'm happy again, North Wales, but family spread across Yorkshire like butter across a balm cake. I mean, I just said that. I did say that. But there we go. So who is going? Jim, you'll be there, right? You were ill last year, so I went last year and the year before. The year before I did a little bit of filming for Sonic State, and it didn't go very well. I was blood sugar was very, very high, and I don't know what was going on. I couldn't quite get the hang, and I think it might have been down to the diabetes, to be honest. High blood sugar, comprehension skills are a little bit compromised at that moment. So having anything new and unknown to yourself, if I'm on my own doing my own stuff, then it's one thing. But if you're doing it for someone else, it's another. So, but yeah, I got a couple of bits of feature out of that, which was quite nice. So that's a bun. Okay. Mushroom coffees have new. So you're going to have to try some mushroom coffee, if it's not microdosing. Yeah, lion's mane. I've heard about that. Seen a couple of things, and this is kind of weird. But then I think the mushroom thing is. I'm feeling weird talking about it. My head's kind of done that thing. Bread cake in Sheffield. Bread cake. So that's okay. Love that. Actually, I did have a chat to Ben Divkid when we were staying in the house in Norfolk for Synth East. We did talk about things like this, the way that different regions, even quite close together, will have a different word for something essentially the same. You're not. I'm going to miss it. So Robbie, I won't be able to join the meal. That's disappointing, isn't it? But Robbie, you are at Bristronica, right? Because there's I have to go to that one. I have to just I have to. So I'm probably going to go on the Sunday for that one. So who is at Yeah, and I want to see the emu stuff. Yeah, I do love emulators, and I think we all grew up with Ferris Bueller as our first introduction to the emulator, right? Quite funny. I was watching Only Murders in the Building, and he turned up. It's quite a great character. Anyway, it's what we do, right? Mushroom coffee is an acquired taste, but worth it. Okay, Keith. Well, I'll maybe sort of seek out. So, Keith, will you be at Bristronica? I'll be Lee Camp working it at Bristronica. Great, that means I can steal something from you. Do we want to see some Dubrek stuff? In the comments, thumbs up. I think we do. It's nearly time, though. You have promised me that, so I'm teasing. Yeah, absolutely, Peter. Loads of good stuff on. The thing is, it's whereas Synthfest is the kind of archetypal synth show with warmth, you know, with a sort of hug. I think Bristronica definitely has more of the festival vibe that you get if you've ever been to Superbooth. Superbooth is a festival masquerading. Superbooth is a trade show masquerading as a festival, masquerading as a trade show, masquerading as a festival. There we go. So, it's lots of good stuff, lots of good people doing lots of. So this next 2 weeks is going to be quite intense, isn't it? So that'll be quite cool. Very meta. Yeah, it's very meta. People are still messaging me on Insta. I should put it on them. Anna, just go with the flow. Mushroom tea. Talking about tea. So that's our kind of Hey Grace, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks. Welcome aboard. Oh, excellent. I know you're my kid. I've got my kids that weekend, so I'm gonna have to try and work out how and what I do and where I do it. But yeah, I'm definitely coming over. E might very well be with me on the Sunday, and I think that's cool because I mean she's part of our stream, right? So absolutely, she went last year. I think she struggled with the amount of noise, so we'll bring some earplugs this time or some ear defenders just to sort of help with that. But we didn't really she didn't let rip on the what's the area called with the kids, the rubber dub kids, rubber dub whatever, that sort of thing. Oh, 10:30 Strange Brew. Okay, I know that place. E, you're not supposed to say boring. Everybody here likes the stuff. I think this will change you. So somewhat well, fireworks sound. Well, I mean we've kind of almost got that, right? Fireworks. I mean modular. Well, it's a bit too kind of. You could put a random sort of voltage generator to stop that from being so rigid. Oh God! Do you know what's going to happen now? Don't you? Oh yeah, we got some. I'm running out of cables. So I'm going to be doing some stuff. Where do we? That's not it. We need. This is what I need. I need to plug this in somewhere. Okay, maybe this one. No, is it this one? There's your crackles. Okay. Well, it'd be rude not to do something to continue that, really, wouldn't it? Disco Lynch.
blind eyes could blaze like meteors and decay. Rage against the dying.
Here it goes. I hope this works.
Old age, burn and rave, close of day. Do not go gentle into that. Do not go gentle into that light. Rage against the dying light. Bless me now with fierce tears of praise. Rage, blind eye, do not go gentle. Old age, burn and rave, close of day. Grave men, let's go to the bottom of the grave. Old age, grave. Bless old age, burn and rage, do not bless, do blind eyes with blade rage against the dying light. Old age, bless me now, fierce tear. Do not gentle. Do not gentle. Do not gentle. Do not go gentle. Rage. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Blind eyes could blaze like the grave. Bless me, blind, old grey, bless grey, old bless They do not go gentle into that good night. They do not go gentle into that. Old age should burn and rave. Rage. Blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage. They do not go gentle into that good night.
And the fireworks go off. Crikey. Apologies, I realise exactly what I've done with my... I was just being too clever last night and I didn't think it through today. The sound isn't coming from the HDMI into the switcher. So when you saw me chatting, and as I did see... I did see Peter saying, I can't read lips. And then I realised, I knew exactly what I'd done wrong, but technical. I mean, it wouldn't be right without, a perfect show, right? A perfect show is something going wrong. But yeah, as you can see, I spent a long time in my lounge last night with some extra lights and moving things around and getting the cameras. And then I did a bit of desaturation and, this guy, look at him. I tried to wear the same suit, but I just didn't. I was going to do that. Yeah, there is quite serious. And I had loads of issues recording that last night, as you might imagine, because for one reason or another, I haven't used an SD card for ages. So I had to find an SD card. Then it just had to, it just didn't work. So I did 2 takes. I would have liked to have done a bit more. And I had a second poem, both Dylan Thomas, obviously. I would have liked to have done "And death shall have no dominion." That's got a real kind of like. I've used that in a really early bit Richard Burton reading it. I've sampled that. I say sample. I put the poem in a piece of music, which I think is my first ambient realization. I did it when I lived in Neath with Gaz and Dan, and I basically had my room, and everything was into a 4-track. I did have an Atari ST, but everything went into the 4-track, and then an SBX 90, which I've just had the hugest sort of reverb. But I would mix after recording, and I recorded onto the 4-track that, and I had my Prophet 600 and DS8 in there as well. Did I have the SH101 at that point? I had that later. I didn't have that until I moved to Bristol. Okay, yeah, so there we go. That's kind of it. That's kind of what I was doing. So last night I thought I'd do that. I don't know how long it'll take to get it going, because it was. But anyway, I'm glad I took the poem, stripped the audio, chopped it up, and I thought I'd go sample pads.
Rage does not go gentle.
And a bit of delay, bit of reverb. And
do not go gentle into that good night.
The great thing is you can actually hear my fish tank.
Do not go gentle into that good night.
I wasn't using a lapel, I was using a shotgun mic. So that was another issue. It was like, oh yeah, of course I'm using a different camera. I had an XLR input. It was all bizarre. So Disco Lynch. I mean, you see a modular system and you go, that's going to make some weird music, but it doesn't. So actually being able to make weird music with it is something that I think is fun. There's a lot of stuff. I haven't patched this. since the last time I used it. So I don't know really what it's doing. I was trying to follow some things around. But, you know, I am going to I'm going to repatch it at some point. I did actually use Richard's mult in there, which was really useful to double up a kick so that I could have it into my Pico drum and into one of the channels of the VPME quad drum, which is this. I love this. And I need to get some more samples in this because this will play samples as well.
Rage, rage against the dying of light.
It's quite dark, isn't it? It's a dark poem. And if you don't know, Thursday this week is World Poetry Day. So I didn't realise that until today. But that's quite a nice thing. 3rd of October, World Poetry Day. So give yourself a moment to read some poetry. Yeah. And then think what you can do with music, you know. One of the I'd love to do something with Beowulf. I'd love to do it in the ancient Anglo-Saxon tongue, the ancient English that it is in, and do that. That would be a good one. And I think the animated film, which, hey Rustic, how you doing? Oh, thank you. Yeah, so that's getting that. It starts in that, and I've watched a couple of, you know, Americans doing it. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? I mean, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it is. My dad is from Bath. I am from the US. So, Rustic Americans, that's for you. You know, no one knows exactly how it sounded, right? Because the language is an audible thing. There was no recording devices. So when I did the Nymphos Synths at Bedtime, which is what this was supposed to be, a live Synths at Bedtime, I have a really good friend who is a linguist called Rex, and he asked me if I wanted it in plain ancient Greek or if I wanted it in a proposed ancient Greek where the inflections and the intonation of the words added meaning to the words. So there's a school of thought that says that, you know, it's not just how the words and the pronunciation, it's the inflections and the intonation. And I think that's incredible. So I tried it in that way. So that was kind of an interesting one. I love language. And I think anyone who has a go, good luck to them. So that's something. They're grand, like they are. MyVolts, they are. But yeah, phonetically, yes. And of course, if one of my first videos, a German assistant at school, my day job, translated my introduction into German, and I read it phonetically, and I learned it phonetically. And actually, yeah, it's good fun. So watch the MFB synth video that's in here somewhere. A lot of video that needs to be watched from my history. But I'm going to start doing, and this weekend, because I can't go to Synthvest, I will be recording. Hopefully I'll be able to. This is stopping me, he says. This is stopping me from doing anything content at the moment, because it's just, you know, you record it. I mean, I'm human up. You can't bend up. So, you know, yeah, that's it. Grendel. By Marilyn Grendel. Yeah. It sounds Danish, doesn't it? That kind of Anglo-Saxon. It does have that kind of, he harms him. He harms me. You know, it's like, yeah. Presents yet? Yeah. Let's do some unwrapping. Let's do this. We're gonna have this. We've also got. That's gonna top down camera. We've got this, which was gifted to me. Who wants to guess what this is? Who wants to guess? That is a Circuit Tracks, absolutely. Rustic. It is a phenomenal. I love it. But it is a chili dillip. It is a chili, but what chili is it? Why is it wrapped in a tissue paper? What is this? And why am I being very careful? Does anybody know there? Oh, Simon, great batch. You have nailed it. Ghost would be good guess. That is a California Reaper. What a gift! I've got a Scotch bonnet plant in the workshop, which seems to be, yeah. So there we go. So Simon has guessed it. Now I've been told you do not need a lot of this to make your face go on fire. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, because I'd like to make a sauce out of it, but you need. Let's put that one on. You do need a lot of it. To make the sauce. So let me do this. Give it a lick. Do you know at the end of the show, because I can run to get my milk, I will give it a lick. Oh my God. You're evil. But I'll do it. Don't rub your eyes. Down in one. Oh my goodness, imagine that. Oh, the heat of the moment. What band? In the heat of the moment. Don't blow your nose. Well, that's another thing. I can't not blow. Grace, I'm literally just a snot monster at the moment. Jackson! What's the matter? Jackson wants to come back. Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. So, yeah, E, I'm ready for the present. E's been making me a present today. So she's going to bring it in, I think. Let me knock on the door before you come in so I can switch cameras. Super Floofer. Floofer. He's like, is that for me? Look how big his paws are. He's like a little dog. He's huge. 1 minute. Okay. Hey, Synth Seeker. Yeah, I haven't heard your tune either from last night, so apologies for not catching up yet. But I will listen to it on your channel and give it a thumbs up as well. Oh, look at that. So I'm hoping that this weekend, because I'm more available and I don't have the kids, I'll do another hardware jam entry this week, I think. Okay, so do we... He is. Right, so I don't know what's in this at all. It came through the door. There's no indication of where it's come from. I know who sent it. It's our dear friend Gaz Williams. But I don't know what's in it. So, E, do you want me to wait for you? Yes, definitely, Grace. I'm all over it. I just this weekend was just a nightmare for me logistically, and I had to do some stuff in here as well as get the house sorted. It's Gaz's beard. I've got pictures with Gaz without hair and beard. I don't know if I can share them. Can I share them? Let's just. I wonder if I can. Can I? Maybe what I'll do is I'll change the output for the HDMI so that it so it can get some audio from the video. But which audio is it? Which one is it? Is it this? Yeah, it's that one. So let me just see if this works.
Do not go gentle
Can you hear
into
that?
Goodnight.
All right, okay. We'll come back to that for the late. I think that worked, didn't it? That worked. Yes. I've known Aziohead. I don't know if you know my long history with Gaz. We were 16 when we first met. We both met at college. He had a potato face. Yeah, he had a potato face and a short hair. I do remember him with his leather jacket, not like a biker jacket, but a soft, poofy kind of blouson style leather jacket. He was the first person I ever saw wearing a pair of 501s, black 501s, and he had a polo neck shirt. That was Gaz. And he also was the first person I ever saw wearing a pair of chinos. In my world, chinos was a thing of a madman's dream. I don't know. Yeah, he does look like Jim Carrey, Tom Gwynlace, yeah, with Rocket Goldstar. And he's got a little tispy thing there, and like a skinhead. It's so weird seeing him like that. But yeah, I've got pictures when we lived together in South Wales, which surfaced fairly recently. I was going to share those, but we'll do that another time. Gaz autocorrect. Yeah, I like that. I think Gaz autocorrect could be a. I had I must remain unsullied with full beard. Yeah, I'm going to do a jam that we can. Anna, do it. Do it. Fight broke out. Pepper spray. Oh, yeah. I ate palpate. Oh, okay. Right. So, I can hear movement, so I know that there's an approaching child with gift. Let me just switch to the top. I'm kind of excited to open this. So let's just, what we'll do is we'll just, while we're waiting for the door to open, I'm going to do the unboxing. What can be in this box? Oh, is that you knocking? Okay, no, it's me rocking the table. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Pebbles. Thank you, buddy. Hope you're well. I hope that the little one's keeping well. I've still got that tune that you drummed on for me. I need to do something with that, and I will do it. I have to find it again. But yeah, that was really good. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. Let me just turn this off. Right. Come on in. What have we got here? Oh, look at this. Oh, my goodness. That's fantastic. So that's what's going live. That's the screen, yeah. Look at this, E. This is brilliant. I know exactly where this is going to go. Look at that. Oh, portrait style. That is like one of my... It's still wet. I love you. Oh, mwah. Thank you. I think we're going to put this over... Yeah, Jackson's coming out. I think he's hungry. We'll just put it over there for the time being. Thank you. Do you want to talk us through it, or you kind of? Should we just have another little look at it? I think that's beautiful. Without the, so we've got that looks like a big tree, or is it a rock? Is that like it's a mountain? I was going to say that looks like an obelisk. Perhaps it could it be an obelisk? Like, one of the stones at Avebury or something, or Stonehenge. Could it be like that? Maybe it is. Remember we went to Avebury on my birthday 2 years ago, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
And there's the trees, and this looks at mountains. And look at these. Are these trees? Or are these more mountains? That's an obelisk, I think. That's the moon. That is brilliant. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. Oh, lovely. You better go back to. Oh, you got paint all over your hands. You go back to yeah. Okay. Thank you. Oh. Have the artist sign it, definitely. Great painting. Oh, look. Oh. So, we've got a fabulous bit of art. Let's put this back on there. We've got a fabulous bit of artwork there. I think, can I get it behind the gnat, by the way? I figured out what's wrong with it. I had a deeper look. Not enough time to fix it, unfortunately, yet. Oh. Look at that. Oh, you kind of missed the moon. If I put it there, oh, that's not quite. I have to find somewhere. There'll be somewhere for it in here. Surely we'll put somewhere that we can all remember this moment. Yoo-hoo! Let's get back to this then. So we're going to do the old top-down slide out because I can feel it, and there's a little bag in there. Oh. That's nice. Oh. What is that? What is this? Keep your gift a surprise. Okay. I think that's just in case. I don't, gifts are gifts, aren't they? So it says here, for the GetJervis Get Up, happy birthday from Gaz and Fee. Oh, mwah, thank you guys. Wonderful. What is this? For the GetJervis Get Up. So that's you know, dress, right? So maybe it's a little... Oh, hello. Come on. Ooh. Amazon gift wrap. Yeah, I've never seen it. I've never seen it before because, you know... Oh, I don't want to open it. Oh, the little... It's a box. Right. Okay, you ready for this? I don't... I know what it is. Have I got a knife? I've got a pair of scissors, that'll do. I know what this is. I think it's going to be used on Sunday. For definite. I thought Synth Seeker, I thought that was it. I thought he's put me a bra and knickers set just to take the mickey, which would very much be in keeping with our sense of humour, as you might guess. Right. Anyway. Yes. Look at this. So, Jamming in Jim Jams. If you've been watching Jamming in Jim Jams, I wear a... Oh, hello. It's a cummerbund. It's a cummerbund. No, it isn't. It's a cravat. It is a cravat. Oh, good Lord. Hang on. Switch to that one. Oh, look at that. I think I almost need to... Now then, I'm going to look a complete novice because I've never tied a cravat before. And I'm wearing brown, mostly browns and oranges. This is purple. I wouldn't do this for anyone else but you. Oh, God, I've got a vest on as well. It is cold, isn't it? Let me see. You do win, Jim. You got it right. That's twice tonight. You guessed the pepper as well, didn't you? I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I assume with this, let's just open it a little bit more. It is just a matter of twisting around and like, oh, I don't know, and that, isn't it? Surely it's got to be just that. It can't be any more difficult. I'm looking at I've got the camera play there, so I'm looking there. But actually, now my friend Dominic in work wears a cravat on a Friday, so now I can at least join him as well. Look at that. But I would do this with my Villain of Justice outfit, which is, you know, I'm in my villain era at the moment. Look at that. Crikey, I say. Do you know what you need with that? Effortless. Happy birthday indeed. What a fabulous gift, Gaz. Thank you. And I don't know what this is, but it comes with this as well. I mean, it could be I think it's a pocket square, which, again, would be fabulous for Friday. Yes, it is a pocket square. So, many different ways to do a pocket square, but I'm a fan of just keeping it simple and having a couple of peaks. Although I haven't. Oh, I'm not wearing the, but yeah, something like that. Anyway, that is marvellous. Thank you very much, Gaz and Fee, for that fabulous gift. Right, a hanky, yes. And of course, you know, I could do with a hanky. Well, then he needs the robe too. What's that comedian that goes round wearing a cravat and a thing, telling everyone how fabulous they look? He's great. He is great. Look, sir, you look fabulous. I've never seen anyone wearing that shade of purple before, but you're really wearing it. That kind of stuff. Really good. Yeah, thanks, guys, and thanks for joining. My tea is nearly empty. We've gone round an hour. Jamming in Jim Jams came off the back of Synths at Bedtime. It was an idea, and I think I've got another concept in bed with my synth, which I think I have stolen that in bed with my dinner, which was a 90s sort of show. But I'm going to do something with that as well, if it works. I mean, I like to have depth with my videos, and if you're in bed, you don't have that depth, do you? So, oh, what's this? Oh, it's Jackson back. Are you coming in for final jam? It's 3 times. Do you want to be on the camera 3? It really is my birthday. I fed you, and you ate it, didn't you? Did you want more? I don't know. So, Right, so I will most definitely see some of you the weekend of Machina Bristronica, Machina Bristronica. And of course, I've done videos or walkarounds of both, so if you haven't been to either event, have a look at those. It gives you an idea of what to expect. Although I think things do change a little bit. I don't know if Yamaha, I will miss Yamaha because Yamaha weren't at Bristronica last time. Will they be this time? I didn't see the list. Does anybody know? Anybody know the exhibitor list? You and 2 pieces of gear. Threesome. That rustic is genius. I might do that. Yes, Cressy, 21. 3 synths in a bed, 3 in a bed. Yeah, I mean, thanks, James Dyson. Oh, no, I wouldn't want to be 21 again. I wouldn't want to be 21 again. I'm not... I've enjoyed life and I've had different seasons. And I think we all do, don't we? You have different things going on in different times. And I think that's good to have those moments in life where you have a distinct time, whether it's a phase because you work in a certain way or a relationship sort of, shapes those times. But, I've enjoyed and been lucky enough to have had some amazing jobs and experiences with those jobs and, and done some cool stuff. So I'm happy to be the age I am, actually. I don't want to be young again. I like the act of maturation, that happens in life, and that experience shapes you and takes you to new places. And I think that's important for all of us to be at one with ourselves in that way, because you can't stop time. That's the reality of it. And you can't stop who you've been. You can't change who you've been. You can only change from this moment forth. And taking stock, thinking, talking, it all helps. It all helps go forward, and going forward with a smile. There we go. Wow, David, yeah. Good age, man. Good age. Change and acceptance are big. Yeah, they are. Acceptance is the one. I've got a bit of a chill coming in the door, so we'll close the door. But yeah, it's something that's a wonderful thing. And
Rage against the dying.
Oh, crikey. That's the wrong one. I wanted to go...
Do not go gentle into that Goodnight.
I don't think that's a suitable poem for where we are now in the conversation, but I just wanted to sort of punctuate that something. But anyway, thank you all again. I think we'll start winding down now and play out, but I will do Disco Lynch with the cravat. Disco Lynch versus I forgot what it's called now. Since at bedtime, because it is almost bedtime. Some of us. I mean, Rustic, where are you in the world? What side of the states? Can you give me a state? Can you give me a city? Thank you. I have travelled extensively over the United States of America and worked with many great Americans. Many of them I am happy to call friend. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining. So, we'll sign out with a heading to the couch. Good. Saying when I was 18. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right then, let's see. So we can hear the synths at bedtime. Can I get that? Oh, hello. Hang on. Let's get this previewing. Hang on. I need to go full screen on this. We also need. Oh, hello. Oh no, not. Oh, now what? See, this is where it. Oh, hello. I'm too many. Right, tech issues. Now the Rode thing does actually have a media player built in. That's, for some reason, appeals to me. Just being able to go button, play the media, not have to worry about it going full screen, all the kind of rest of it like I've got at the moment. Anyway, there we go. Let's do this. No worries. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Rich. Right, let's get it going. Let's get this. Oh, is it? Are we already?
Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieve it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sand height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Do not go gentle into that good night. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn, old age should burn and rave. Do not go gentle into that. Bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Grave men near death, who see with blinding sight. Rage, rage against the light. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at the close of day. Do not go gentle into that good night. They do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Rage, do not go gentle into that good night. Do not go gentle